Yeah, what up, my people? You already know who it is. I. Yo, you already know who it is, man. It's your boy, your girl's favorite belly on backer, cause I keep it clapping and she keep it slapping. Profit Pete, y'all.
In the building, of course, it's me, your boy, your lady crush loves my throat. And when I hit her with that birdie on the foot on the fairway, it's always a hole in one. Shawn recognized. Sup,
Gang, gang,
girl?
gang, gang. Yo, speaking of hole in one, your boy Tiger Woods did some old okey doke on the highway.
Yeah. Yeah, he flipped the car. Flipped the car. Flipped the truck.
Flipped the car, and it's crazy because wasn't there a situation that happened way back with a car Tiger Woods and his ex?
Yeah, but that wasn't him speeding. That was him cheating. And the bitch caught him and she basically took the golf club to the windows of his shit. Tore
Mm.
his shit up while he was trying to drive away, I guess.
Oh, okay, but
He was driving
but it's weird though, right? Because there was like this whole big presentation on the news in the county that he lives in that the accident happened. The sheriffs was on there, and they was like, you know, there's no charges pending, blah blah blah. This is just an accident. Like this whole big to do, this whole big presentation. And then when you read the news articles and stuff, like they counting this nigga out. Oh, he flipped his car, he broke his leg, he injured his ankle, and this, that, and the third. He may never be able to play again. And then there's another article on his girlfriend coming to see him. And they ain't even talk about Tiger Woods. They broke down her whole outfit.
Wow.
Like, she has an acid wash, light blue, purple hoodie with light denim jeans and gray Uggs while holding a Slurpee. I'm like, what?
Man, that's grimy. That's so grimy.
I'm like, yo, it's just crazy, man. Definitely crazy the way, news is portrayed. Shout out to the plug in the building.
In the building.
Yeah, like it just bugs me out, man. How, certain things hit the news, gets less notoriety, but then they focus on the shit that's very minute. Like the minute stuff is weird. So there's something I did want to talk about though, because for some reason, it's like one of those things that you probably heard like a million times.
Right.
And then you're sitting there and you hear it again for like the millionth and one time.
Right.
And then you like, oh shit, I get it now. So, you know how when it comes to politics, when it comes to this world, there's people that lie, get caught in the lie. It's a real big, serious lie.
Right.
But then there was that saying, little white lie.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the what's the word? That's the word association game that they play. A little white lie is a small lie. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a white lie. You know what I mean? Only a little white one. You know what I mean? But a black lie is a
right.
You know what I'm saying? A big ass black lie.
Right, and that was one of those things that just hit me. I'm like, dang, we've been saying stuff and operating in so many ways that we haven't even realized how we got brainwashed into a lot of this stuff where white is right, a white lie is okay. If I'm white and I lie, don't hold me accountable if you catch me.
Yeah.
It's just so many different things getting caught in the spotlight. And I'm one of those people that definitely watch, like, I don't want to say court TV, but I follow a lot of those trials and things like that. Not court TV, like Judge Mastiff. No, it was I forgot.
Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis.
Mathis, right. Judge Mathis. Why I just called him a dog, a breed of a dog. But I follow these things and you watch how certain things play out in court, and it all has to do with ethnic background, the color of their skin, and
Right,
things like that. And it's just weird how you can be caught up in something and be telling the truth and still get told you're lying, but
right.
it's predetermined that you're lying because of what you look like before you walk in the room. You know,
Credibility is everything. You know what I'm saying? Your reputation precedes you. So if that's always the tactic with the shit that when a black person gets shot by the police and you know the court case comes around and then the defamation happens, the smear campaign happens. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that they do. They bring out all of the filth and the dirt to try to make the victim look like, oh, he kind of deserved it because he's not such a nice guy. You know what I mean? That's the mentality that they
right.
do that doing this with.
And case in point, I'm sorry because I don't remember the gentleman's name. But it was a particular case that happened in LA, very similar to what recently happened, where we had the 8 minutes knee and neck
Uh huh.
to a 5 minute knee and neck.
Yeah, I did hear about that one. I did hear
Right.
about that one.
So this
Mental. He had a mental issue, right?
huh?
He had some type of a mental disorder or something like that
Right. He
going
had
on.
a
Right.
mental disability, and um it basically was, they ran down his mental issues, and he had a psychotic break.
Right.
And by the time the cops got there, everything was, copacetic.
Yeah.
They got there, knee and neck is a wrap for the guy. But again, it's another minority. And it was hidden so long in the news, which I think if it would have came out when it came out, we would have had a lot more of what we seen in the last few months, especially during the summertime. That they're still doing the same thing. The culture is the same. And I'm hearing a lot more with this defunding the police thing. It's coming back up again.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I get why. I don't understand why. There's no clear definition of what defunding the police is. But
I think different people have different opinions on what it is, and then when they put out what they feel is depending on their affiliation or political affiliation or who they rock with. Let's just leave it at that. Then that's going to sway their opinion, one way or the other.
yeah, like I think that whole defunding thing. I guess
Mhm.
once it becomes very very clear, I think what some people mean by it is taking funding from some areas and reallocating it within the community, within the police department, into other areas, because we did have programs that were run by our law enforcement, right? In New York, we had PAL, right?
Yep.
The
Yep.
Police Athletic League.
Yep.
We've had things of that nature. We took that away, and now we're taking money and putting it into a different budget where we're solely focused on arresting people and locking people up. I think that that's where it makes sense in actually allocating money in that way. But I think somehow, some way, mental learning to deal with mental health issues when responding to a 911 call
Yeah.
is very, very, very important.
Yeah. And you can look at it one or two ways. You could say they don't have the training, so therefore they should have someone with them who is trained to deal with somebody with mental disorder or mental disability. Or two, you could say that it's not in the scope of their job for them to have to handle it, with all the other things that they already have to deal with on the job. And you know what I'm saying? It should be left to somebody else to handle, some other agency or some other, official or something like that. So there's two sides to that argument. As far as the whole defund the police thing, I mean, people are going to misconstrue it and twist it and turn it to suit them. You know what I mean? But basically, is what you said. It's true. It just means that if there's a police department, let's just say Kentucky for shits and giggles, right?
Mhm.
Let's say Kentucky is getting $4 million a year. You know, we get they get way more. The police department of Kentucky is getting $4 million to do with what they would to buy equipment, to to do this, to do that, to finance their, what I'm saying, their policing, if you will, right? So we're saying this, and hold on top of that now, the reason for the defunding would be discovering how many incidents that they've had that are kind of on the shaky side, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How many black folks have your police officers killed this year unjustly, and there's been some controversy. How many court cases have been drawn? How many complaints have been drawn against you? Because we know that there are actively there are you know there are unsightly elements that are active inside our police departments all over this country. That goes without saying. So to weed them out, yeah, instead of giving Kentucky $4 million and they've had X amount of incidents that are on the shaky side, we're not going to give them $4 million this year. We're going to give them $2 million, and we're going to take that other $2 million and we're going to put it into programs to help people with jobs in the urban areas and in the cities, help people with healthcare or um, daycare for their kids or whatever programs that need the assistance that can help people live a better life and have some sense of dignity and they don't have to ask for a handout. You feel what I'm saying? That's the
Hmm.
type of shit we're talking about. We're not talking about cutting their pay and laying off officers. Nobody wants to live in a neighborhood where there are no police and no one that you can call in case of an emergency. Somebody breaking your shit, you're gonna be on the phone like, yo, come over here and make this police report. You know what I'm saying? I need a catalog of all the shit that got stolen so I can give it to the insurance company and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So nobody's saying get rid of the police. What we are saying is that there are some police, whether they be on the street level or whether they be the higher ups, because the problem does start at the top. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Who are on some bullshit, and they need to be weeded out. They need to be dealt with, and they need to be disciplined, and if necessary, dismissed. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? And I don't think people are asking for anything out of the ordinary. I don't think people are asking for anything that's unnecessary. I don't think people are asking for anything that is going to pose a threat to the general public. But you got to remember, man, people are getting mixed off left and right, and they're tired of it. So something has to be done.
Yeah,
Real.
and I definitely agree. I definitely agree, and it's allocating money to where it's going to be most helpful. Nobody, and I'll be the first one to tell you, right? I've lived in the hood. I lived in the suburbs.
Yes, sir.
I know the difference between police presence and non-police presence.
Oh yeah, believe
So,
that.
there's. I don't want to live somewhere where there isn't law enforcement or
Right,
lack thereof,
right.
because then I kind of got to fend for myself. And when there's no king of the jungles around, the other predators that are lesser than are running around doing what they do,
Yeah,
right?
survive.
And that's real talk.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it's
speaking of mental health, yo, shout out to Carlos Parker on the check-in, man. Yo, salute to you, my guy.
in the
On
building.
Yeah, like on this other note, earlier this week, one of on Motivation Monday with Talent and Amir, right? Shout out to Talent, shout out to Amir. They had a guest on there that spoke about something that is currently going on. This is not like something past tense or whatever, like currently going on, and it's based on a mental illness. The young lady had a son or has a son that is suffers from autism. He's autistic, and she lives in Jersey, and her son is about I forgot the age. He might be 16 years old. 16 years old, still a minor, still under the care of his mother, his parents, and he travels between New Jersey and New York. His grandmother lives in New York, and he has hyper ADHD and all types of mental issues that she's been trying to seek help from the city of New Jersey, and she keeps on getting turned away. She got turned away when she's like, "My son needs help." He got turned away. Her son would get up sometimes and just, in a way, disappear. When he can't deal with something, he goes to those safe places. He's either at his grandmother's house or his mother's house. And this particular time, he went to his grandmother's house and had a psychotic episode. Very similar to what happened to the gentleman out in Los Angeles back in December. He went there, had a psychotic break, and lashed out. The grandmother got hurt. The grandmother, she got hurt in the incident, but by the time the cops got there, the young man was gone. New York issued a warrant for his arrest. When the mother found out what happened, she went to go see her mother, try to figure out what was going on, got back home. The son, which has a mental illness, was standing in the driveway. Standing in the driveway, not knowing what to do, probably didn't even truly understand what happened in the interim of all of this going on. New York, as the grandmother said, "I don't want to press charges. He has a mental health problem. I do not want to press charges. I just want to get him help." The New York DA not only has him in a juvenile detention center, they want to charge him as an adult. And this is where the system is messed up. He is not an adult. The mother herself said that he has a mental capacity of a 6-year-old. So if anybody understands what autism is and understanding what mental health issues are, it's very common that the individual doesn't have the intellectual ability to think as that age that we say, hey, when you hit this age, you should be able to understand this and understand that. Just look at any 6-year-old. You tell them not to do something, what they do it anyway. They get mad, they throw a tantrum. These are things that happen. This is real, true stuff. And now they're trying to hit him with 2nd-degree attempted murder. There's a restraining order where he can't even speak to his grandmother, and his grandmother can't speak to him. The family is separated. This individual has been ripped from his safe place because society chooses not to deal with the illness itself. But we'll sit there and throw somebody in jail quick, fast. The grandmother is petitioning the court to lift the restraining order that she put on, that she did not put on or requested, and they said, "Hey, this is what we need to happen."
So who put the restraining order? The police did?
The DA.
Oh, the DA did. Okay.
The DA put the restraining order, which, in any domestic dispute or any violent act, the state has the ability to invoke charges, although the victim or the individual that was involved in the situation chooses not to do it.
Yeah, the state can pick up the case, the civil case, I believe.
Right. So right now, this young man is facing criminal charges where he actually needs help. But the crazy part is now that he is in a juvenile detention center, the same hospital that turned him away, the same care center that turned him away is sitting there now saying, "Oh, we can help him now," but didn't want to help him when he needed the help. And I'm not 100% sure of the name of the facility,
Yeah.
What the young lady said was the individual that runs the facility happens to be the same color as us,
Right.
but we get treated very different. She said he treated me like I was looking for a babysitter. I was coming there looking for help. And I was turned away numerous times because he treated me as if I was looking for this facility to be the daycare center for my child. And it is disheartening that we can't even get help from our own,
Yeah.
because in our communities, mental health is not something that is even accepted. It's like, oh, there's no such thing as mental health issues.
Yeah.
All in your head.
It's not discussed. It's not discussed. You know what I'm saying? Usually you put that relative in that back room and you know what I'm saying, don't nobody really talk about them. So maybe the family reunion when they bring them out. Usually bring them straight back there so you can eat or whatever. I mean, that's how it's always been, you know. We try, and not just black people. White people got, you know, people in their family they sweep under the rug. I remember I saw a movie. What was it called? It was called shit. I want to. It was about a. It was about a house, and they had a room in that room that they called the disappointments room. And in that room, they stuck the daughter of the family who was, you know what I'm saying, had a mental deficiency or whatever, and that's where they kept her. She didn't go nowhere. She didn't talk to nobody. They just left her in that room. You know what I'm saying? So that type of shit happened in, you know, in both communities. You know what I mean? Everybody's got that in their family somewhere down the line. I had a cousin. Um, I'm not gonna say his name, but I had a cousin that used to sing fucking commercials. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, and we trying to sleep at night, this motherfucker is singing TV commercials all through the goddamn night. It's because he's just sitting in front of the TV all day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's supposed to be sleeping. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden, I hear this motherfucker. Pixie helps you do more than the people you care for. I'm like, yo, man, go the fuck to sleep. But he was, you know, he
And
had his thing, you know what I'm saying? But we dealt with it. We still loved him, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I fucking lay somebody down for him. That's my blood, you feel me? But he had that thing.
and you know, as it's something that's not spoken about, and I think as you know, society is changing. Well, society is changing, not as fast as we want it to.
Never.
Uh, you know, we have a lot of things that still happen that I feel, you know, in my opinion, my personal and professional opinion, that things should be changing a lot faster, especially since we have a lot more that is in the forefront, right? Seeing certain things and being able to like see it with our own eyes with social media and whatever other platforms that they present this stuff to us. We're no longer under the constraints of, you know, mainstream media, right? We all know that they control the narrative when it comes to that. Social media, websites, and everything else are able to put out what they want without repercussions, and they don't have to go through all those channels. So there's certain things that we should see. There are kids, especially the younger generation, that don't understand why a lot of these things are happening, especially when it comes to mental health. You know,
You
so
don't learn about it in school either, you know?
yeah, this is stuff we didn't talk about in school. They have a little bit better understanding. Like when you had someone that had a health issue back in the days, right? When we was growing up, it's like, oh, we put them in the ed, right?
Exactly. He went to that special ed class for that short bus or that long trailer in the behind the school.
Right. So it was, oh, now you just different. We don't know why you different, but you over there, right? But it was one of those things that, you know, nobody really understood because they never really spoke about it. It's like you're just different, right? Where the
What I'm
culture
saying.
nowadays, we have the culture that rewards everybody. So there's no such thing that, oh, you're different. Is we're all the same. Just because you participated, you get a trophy too. You could be the water boy and still get a first place trophy, but somehow you was involved in whatever was going on.
That's word Bobby Boucher.
But I think that, as we continue to move forward, there will be change. I'm just hoping that the change comes before I leave this earth, where we can sit there and scream equality, and equality is actually real.
Well, I know,
Yeah.
speaking of mental deficiency, I know you heard about the crazy shit down in Florida. Florida's always got something going on.
Nah.
Open, you got the sirens in the background. And did you hear about the bank robbery by a
They
black woman? Say what?
they still robbing banks.
Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah, they robbing on the cars still. They doing all that shit, brother. Still alive and well. But black lady down in Florida robbed the bank. Are you ready, B Money? In a wheelchair,
A wheelchair.
a motorized wheelchair. She went into a bank that she has an account at, which boggles my fucking mind. She has an account. She has an account at the bank, right? She goes in there and for some reason or another. She gets into it with the teller, right? A lady. There's only four tellers in this bank. So how small this bank branch is, right? So she gets into it with the teller. They going back and forth. She goes, "The hell with it! I'm robbing this place. Give me the money." And the teller gave her the money, and the lady rolled her ass out the damn door, and is at large still.
Mm.
Can you believe this, P Money?
I, you know what?
Florida.
I can't believe it.
This is Florida. This is what's going on in Florida.
Because Florida different.
Yeah,
Because Florida different. Like I was like, wow. Like, you know who I am. You know what? Screw this. I don't like your customer
you got
service.
my information. I'm sure you got my address. You got my picture. There's cameras all over this bitch.
But
But I'm
that right
robbing
there is a mental relapse right there. Like, you looking at the situation, and you think about it, right? She probably had a psychotic break. Right? Just like, hey, you know what? Screw this. I want all the interest and everything that y'all made on my money being in here. Just give me everything.
But not to be outdone, I hear a brother in, let's see, I just had it written down here. Queens, New York, did the same thing. Went into a bank and stuck them up for a grand total of $1,200.
$1,200.
$1,200. You know how
Yo,
they caught? You know how they caught him? He
how
had
they
a he had a doctor's appointment the next day at the hospital, and somebody recognized him when he went into his appointment and called the boys on him, and he came and jammed him.
wow. So,
Yeah,
and then just for sticking up a bank is a federal offense. So you doing Fed time. The feds have different laws, different numbers. They going to throw the book all the way at you.
yeah.
Um, that's
Now, oddly enough, and I know this is crazy for for a lot of people to believe, both of the culprits are black.
But you know what it is, and not to be funny with it, right? Not to be funny with it, but
Yeah,
I think that the reason why these things happening is because they fucking with that stimulus package.
yeah, man.
So
People losing
people
their
got
minds
used
to
to
it.
the stimulus package and the extra bread and
Yeah,
this, that, and the third. Now they ain't getting it due to the fact that we had Trump do his wild out thing, and then Biden, right? Although he came in with his A game, right?
yeah,
Right? Biden came in with his A game. Yo, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. Screw
yeah,
everybody. We don't need them. I'ma sign executive orders. We gonna get this popping.
yeah,
And now, when you look at the news articles, right, it went from everybody gonna get it to not everybody gonna get it. We gonna give up this. I ain't even get the second one. They was like, "Nah, you don't qualify, my G. Sorry." I
yeah.
was like, "Wow, thank you very much. I wish I would have got it. I could have did something with it.
Yeah.
Stimulated the economy. That's what I would have did with it." And now it's, hey, guess what? You probably ain't gonna get that 1,400 that everybody gonna get either.
Yeah,
You know what?
they trying to fight. They trying to find every excuse possible not to give it to people, to certain people. You know what I mean? Probably the people that deserve it the damn most.
Yeah, and You know, and I've learned this a long time ago, and not to really, point out classes of individuals, right? Because we understand there's classes, right? We have the poor class or the lower class, you have the middle class, you have the rich, and then you have the one percenters, right? They
Right,
never really talk about the one percenters.
right.
But when you talk about the middle class is taxed the most. They stimulate the economy the most, but they get the least.
That's right. That's a fact.
Right? We give so much, but we get the least. To be in middle class, we are working for the the upper class or those one percenters that use us as a tax write off,
Mhm.
and then the taxes that we pay go back into our state and our communities that go to the people that don't work that are on government programs, but they continue to tax us because we're trying to do better. Like it's the weirdest thing, but
Yeah,
the hierarchy of society. That's just the way it works.
America, what a country.
Yeah. So, yo, we actually got our guest in the building. She showed up early, right? She, I, I see you laughing in the background. Nobody see you, but we see you. Right? It's just one of those things, right? Shout out to Miss Cookie Richardson in the building. But I ain't gonna bring her in just yet. Nobody told her to be early. I thought she was gonna be on Black people time.
So your
And
boy, so you said you was talking about your boy Tiger Woods earlier.
yeah, what's up with Tiger?
No, I'm just saying, hopefully that surgery they put a rod in his leg. Hopefully he'll be able to get that stance back and still be able to play because you need them legs to hit that motherfucking that ball to get that swing that follow through. You need them legs, man. Can't do that from a wheelchair.
Thank you, man. Yeah, nah, you can't. Like, definitely not.
Yeah, so we gotta throw the salute to Paramount Plus. I don't know if you know about the streaming service Paramount Plus. P Money.
I'm sorry.
Paramount Plus. Are you familiar with the streaming service Paramount? Paramount, the picture company.
Yeah. Paramount.
So they coming out with a streaming service for it's called Paramount Plus. You know what I mean? So they don't do movies and TV shows and all of that stuff like that. You got to buy a subscription just like
So
Netflix.
similar to like Netflix and Hulu. And,
Yeah.
okay,
So they are bringing back. Are you ready?
what they bringing back?
Yo, MTV Raps is coming back on
Yo,
Paramount Plus.
yo, you can't beat that, right? Yo, MTV. Now, are they going to cut royalty checks to the people that actually was on there doing what they was doing and having a good time? I hope so because remember back in the days they weren't writing contracts like that. Things were very different.
Yeah, well, there's a lot more money in play these days, so I'm sure those kind of negotiations can be made, and brothers is about that business nowadays. And other news, I'm sure you heard by now that Bobby Shmurda is officially home now.
That was I want to say, what was that, Tuesday or Monday? I know it
Uh,
was I know it was this week where he was officially released.
yeah,
And you know, I got to give it to him because one of the things that he did say, he spoke about the individual that held him down the whole time he was locked up.
right,
And it was Quavo
right,
held him down the whole 6 years that
yeah,
he was there for him. And it was one of those things that he was like, yo, they got pictures. He made sure that Bobby Shmurda got to wherever he was going on that private jet
hmm
after he got released from jail.
that's right.
And Bobby Shmurda made sure he told everybody, this is a real dude. This is a ride or die type of dude. People turn on you. You do time. And it was weird because I was talking about it earlier today on how people say they're going to ride with you
Yeah,
until
until the shit goes down.
right. They only going to ride with you when stuff is good.
Right.
But stuff go left. Bobby
And
Shmurda wasn't making no money. Bobby Smurder couldn't spend that money. Bobby Smurder couldn't do that thing. But they are talks of shit. I want to say Shmoney mixtape. Oh no,
You already know. You already know. You
it's
already know
Schmigos.
music is, huh?
It's Schmigos. It's SH Migos, right? So right,
Migos.
right. A Schmigos mixtape that's supposed to drop. It was supposed to. There was in the works before he went up north.
Okay.
So there's a possibility, especially with Quavo still being around and everything still going, that's gonna happen, which is gonna be one of those things that are gonna. I could never do that shmoney dance, right?
Well,
I could never do
well,
it.
well, music is coming. I mean, that's a given. You already know. I mean, he's going to be getting offers from all angles from everybody. Just because of him being a stand-up guy and doing what he did. I'm just glad that he's from the borough, and we actually got a guy of that caliber from the borough after living through the whole 6ix9ine era, and with the snitching and everything, we kind of got like a black eye because of that shit. So I'm just I just got to definitely shout out Smurda for doing that, man, and restoring the integrity of the borough and the caliber that we what I'm saying, that we accustomed to exemplifying. You know what I'm saying? So we need a million more just like him, man. And yeah, that's about it, man. He deserves everything he gets because everybody's gonna get at him for that.
Yeah,
There's not too many fellas that's gonna stand up like that.
yeah, and
All
speaking of the troll, right?
right.
We have the troll that is starting his nonsense up again. So I make sure that I look for certain things, and not necessarily for him, but just look out for certain things. So the troll actually took a hiatus,
Uh-huh.
right, for several months on social media.
Glory
But
be
the
it.
reason being was that he gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Right. So he went up to 204 pounds. Him and his little 4 foot something ass, 200 and something.
Oh boy, watch out.
Right. So I guess because he does a lot. He has a lot of female tendencies. No offense to all the females out there, but he does get emotional. He does stuff based off emotion. So he started eating and he gained some weight. So he didn't want to be out there in the forefront of social media. He took his time off. But coming back into the whole social media realm, now he's popping shots at Cardi B. Popping shots at Cardi B, talking about, hey, if I was hypothetically speaking, if I was a male rapper that said that I drug females and robbed them, would I be canceled? Right. So back to the cancel culture bullshit. And we all know that about a year or two ago, that whole story of what Cardi was doing before she became Cardi B, how she was getting some of her bread. Right, which was, and it was reenacted in the movie The Hustler. Right? Hustler with Jennifer Lopez, and Cardi was in it too.
Well, I heard Cardi was in it for about 7 seconds.
Yeah. It was for a brief moment, but they was probably telling her story. Bronx girls is ruthless, right? They gonna sit there, they gonna dance for you, then they gonna rob you, and they gonna rob. They gonna pull out the 22 or they gonna pull out the Desert Eagle because they learn how to shoot. Right? That's just the way it is. But Cardi B has not responded to 6ix9ine, but we already know it only takes a little bit to get Cardi B started. So there is a possibility she gonna be coming for 6ix9ine head. And Cardi B is a goon, right? We not even going to front.
She got goons.
She got goons, and
She got goons.
she'll pull up on you and slap you, and then get in the car and then watch you get fucked up. Right? That's the type. That's who Cardi B is. I hope that her money told her different. She can't be doing stuff like that no more.
Yeah, you got to fucking move smart. You got to move smart.
Yeah, you got to move smart.
So I'm
The-
sure you heard. I'm sure you heard that Kim Ye is done.
yeah.
Yep. Kim Kardashian filed the papers,
Wow.
so they are officially getting divorced. She said she was just disappointed that he wasn't willing to do the work that it took to work on their marriage. This is her reading it for you.
Oh.
And he's walking out here. He's walking around in fucking track suits, looking all crazy in the face and everything, talking about I shoulda, woulda, coulda. It was probably he said that it was probably his run for president. It probably that was the straw that broke the camel's back. But you know, it's a fucking survival.
That's kind of sad. I thought that was gonna work out, but you know, hey,
It is what it is, bro. All this shit is for ratings anyway. They doing the last season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians on what is that, VH1, whatever station is on right now.
right,
They doing the last season because they about to take that shit private. They about to go on fucking Hulu and do it, start it all over again.
right. Start all over again. The post Kanye era, right? They come up with a whole new name for it,
All this shit is it's all for a bag, man. All this shit is for a bag. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it's sad because the culture today is all for the bag. That longevity that everybody's looking for the right now money. Everybody's looking for the I'm gonna sell my soul just to get what I need to get, and it's sad because we see it in the celebrities, but then we also see it within the communities that we're in because people are trying to emulate what they see the celebrities do. But you come at a celebrity and they got to pay you 90,000 a month. That's because they making 300, 400,000 a month. You hit a nigga in the hood with $1,000 a month. The nigga only making 3, and his rent is $2,000. That nigga gotta figure out he gonna buy.
He about ready to snap your damn neck when you go to the bathroom.
Right. So you can't really. The cultures are so different, and there's such a disconnect. But the laws do not reflect those things. It's one of the craziest things for me, man. It's crazy, and hopefully one day it'll change. And I just know the court system ain't for me. I don't care what it is. I don't even want to go to court for a traffic ticket. I got a traffic ticket. I had a speeding ticket one day, and the cop said I clocked you speeding. Right. I said, how? You wasn't even on the highway.
Right.
Like you was off the highway. I turned. You came off. You was on a service road. You was in front of me and stopped dead in front of me on the highway and said, you was speeding. I said, how? You was in front of me. How did you clock me? I wasn't speeding. I was trying to get over. I was in traffic. You didn't clock me. But you know what it was? My car profiled me.
Yeah.
And it was, you look like you gonna pay this ticket. Your car looked like it was going fast.
Mm-mm.
And I got to court and the cop straight lied. I said, how would that be possible? I understand very much how radars work and speed guns.
Yeah.
I said, there's no way he clocked me. With the amount of cars that was on the highway and where he was located and the amount of obstructions that were there. Judge looked at me and said, yo, fuck you. Pay the ticket. I said, wow. I said,
court is not the place you want to be, bro.
But so I know you got some latest music for us.
Yeah, I got a little something for you. I want to set it off with I'll tell you what I want to set it off with. I wanted to set it off with that shit. See Knowledge dropped off a couple weeks ago. That Love Is Love.
Yeah.
Set it up with that.
Yeah, let's get it, y'all.
All right. The spot.
We waiting. We waiting. Where the music? Where the music? We gonna do it. We gonna do it. Yeah. Hey, world. I'm running out of stuff to say.
This is comedian.
Damn!
Don't even hear it, bro. I don't even know if you playing it right now.
You don't hear it?
Nah, I don't hear it at all. We back. We back. But you know what? We got a video. We got a video. We got a video. We got a video. We got a video.
Always us. Never them. Stapleton shit. Fifth Ave shopping. First class flying. Never them. Farm whip driving. Scrooge. Bad bitch fucking. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Fleet. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Honcho. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Fendi. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Love. Thrown in that water, we ain't even learn to swim. We was trying to get some Jews along the way, learn some gems. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. The bitches fuck with you when you stuntin' in the bins. 42 get popped in every club that we in. Champagne spilling, looking like we fucking champions. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Pounds of that shit, niggas had it shipping in. We was writing scripts and prescribing all the tens. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. It was always us, nigga, it was never them. Most my niggas brothers, I don't really do no friends. We on the block looking like Skittles and M&Ms. Most you niggas carrying traits that's feminine. Jealousy and hate, that's a cancer. Diamonds black and white, frozen like a panda. Stones wildin' in them like they throwing a tantrum. See them in the dark, shit glow like a lantern. Yikes. Anytime they went left, niggas was going right. How easy you could get left if niggas ain't moving right. The worst living from check to check, your money tight. Now I could touch down and take off the same night. Bitch, this bullshit. Bitch, get off this. Proceed with caution. The flow so flawless. Remember cold nights, I would pray for all this. We kicking down doors, we ain't waiting for nothing. New York City need this, what you hating for nothing? Against all odds, we gon' hustle like the third string. Even when we up, we still grinding like we hurting. No getting comfortable, the only way for us is up. Free my nigga Thought, free my buzzin' Larry Love. It was never them, nigga, it was always us. It was never them, nigga, it was always us. It was never them, nigga, it was always us. Y'all know what the fuck we doing? Y'all heard about it? Whatever the fuck we wanna do. Different cities, different states. We in and out them stores y'all cyber surfing on. We next to the models y'all following. They fuck with us, they jacking out shit. But anywhere we went, the bitches jacked out shit. They gravitated towards us like fucking magnets. We look like money, we smell like money. We walk and talk that shit. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. You had to be there. You had to live it. Stapleton shit. Free my nigga Thought, aka SB. Vallejo. Free my buzzin' Larry Love, the Big Billy. Nigga Treyway. Scrooge.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit hard, bro. This shit look like a spaceship.
Shit look like money, B. This type of money you need to get on, yo.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. This one money looking like. I wanna be like y'all niggas in the field. Y'all niggas got money. Y'all gotta talk to me.
You hear what this nigga talking about?
Gotta get that bag, nigga.
You don't wanna be like us. You wanna be like you. Like you, another nigga with another bag.
Word up. Get your hustle out. Get your focus right.
Yo, we tell it.
I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch.
with 100 clip. And my shorty thick, rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip. And my shorty thick, rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. Freezing pop on this Money Mitch shit. Bitch, this is the remix. Wave guard, be making them seasick. Son of book off the Dino Phoenix. Bought that mafia like 3-6. Gangland, I know y'all seen this. My drip so clean, no Kleenex. Run and shoot, how you niggas on defense. After me, I bet the nigga need Jesus. Walk in the store, bet the jeweler gon' freeze us. Move bass like I transport speakers. Yo, house, my feet up. Mr. Tato, all seasons. 4 demons, top 4 seasons. I cap a neck, my kneeling. I'm hot, you not, I'm free. My young boys be drilling shit. In the hood, I been dealing shit. Roof back, let them see the tits. I'm a saucy nigga on my saucy stick. On my waist, keep a 30 clip. Act up, let them see the shit. Run down, let you see the pits. I'm a saucy nigga on my saucy stick. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip. And my shorty thick, rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip. And my shorty thick, rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw.
I'm paid in full like Money Mitch. Careful who you give money with. See what happened, what they done to Rich. Never let keep the gun ahead. See a out, we gon' walk them down. Make no mistake that we running shit. Seen apartments with 100 bricks. Take the coke to the numb your lips. Niggas drilling all these drumming shit. Harlem world full of drumming shit. Nah, Trey, Billy Bad, I'm a dog nigga, you summer bitch. Call a vet, I got dog niggas. That dog niggas tell me who you want bit. I'm a tough nigga, give a fuck about who you gon' get. Really do, might kill a hoe. Choke her out while I'm drilling hoe. Car cost, call a million hoe. Give a fuck with my selling go. All these guns we concealing hoe. Niggas know what the deal is, yo. fuck around, I make a killing hoe.
I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip. And my shorty thick, rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch, with 100 clip. And my shorty thick, rack it up, I'ma blow this bitch. I'm paid in full like I'm Money Mitch. My drip to the floor, got Louis Vuitton, got bricks to the raw.
Yo, we tell it.
Yeah, and we back in the building.
You don't hear that?
Huh? Now I don't hear nothing.
You don't hear no scratching.
I don't hear nothing, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
See, that goes to show we didn't motherfucking we didn't sound check like we supposed to. We was running our mouth. Damn it.
Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good.
No, it ain't, damn it, because I said I was gonna play this man's song, and he was probably like, "Oh man, salute, that's what's up." And then I got the song didn't play, so I got to get that on before. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we gonna get it to play. We gonna figure it all out. But I can't see you no more.
All right, I know. I'm over here.
But yeah, man, like I want to say that the music has been my peace throughout all this chaos, throughout all the bullshit, throughout all the just animosity, the nonsense. And I got to shout out to the culture. I got to shout out to artists in general. And yesterday, man, I had a dope guest on the show, right? By the name of, two guests actually. It was Big Feeve and Black Thompson. And, both individuals actually can make music. You know how you got people that just make shit to make shit?
Mm-hmm.
But you have these two individuals that actually make music for real.
Right.
And they make music not for everyone else. They make music from the heart. And when you listen to it and you feel it. And the dude that was on the hook, this particular track was featuring Black Thompson. And this dude whistled and that shit sounded like a whole situation all by itself. I was like, yo, what the hell is that?
When he was on some Bobby McFerrin shit.
Yo, and I'm like, nah. I said, yeah, and then he giggled after, like, and I was like,
he whistled and giggled, huh?
yeah, but he's an R&B singer that can sing for real, and he said that he does it involuntarily. So it's one of those things he could be in the studio doing something and then start whistling a beat or whistling the chorus or whistling the hook or whatever, or the song itself, and doesn't even realize he's doing it.
Right, I got you.
And it took me a minute to even decipher if that was like a flute or if that was him whistling. Like it was one of those things. So it was pretty cool. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to them for doing their thing, making their music. And now it's about that time for our special guest. Special guest came back, right? She in the building. Cookie Richardson. Yeah, let's give it up for her. Hi.
You so crazy. Hey.
See, she got an accent. So now we brought somebody in with an accent, so we don't sound too New Yorkish, right?
Yeah, now look, I'm a little country girl now from Mississippi now.
A little country?
Yeah, I'm
just
a little country.
A little bit. That's what you say?
Just a little. Just
a little. You sound like something I would listen to in a movie, especially from the South. Right?
What's the weather like down there?
Oh gosh.
What's the weather popping like down there?
It's hot. It's hot.
What's hot?
But it's kind of humid here, so it's probably, I never really checked the weather, but it's about 69, 70 degrees. So for us, it's humid, so it's hot.
Y'all didn't get hit with any of that ice storm, snowstorm mess that Texas got.
Yes, we did. We actually, where I live at, we couldn't really get off the road, so we were stuck in the house for a whole week.
Wow.
It was boring. I tell you what, it was the most boring time I ever had. But then it was fun too because I got to spend more time with my kids and with my husband. So we really made use of the time. Most of the time we didn't have internet, so we had to do board games and cards. There was no cell phone, no TV, no internet, none of that.
Wow. The power, so you were without power.
We had power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most people that live up in actually the capital area, they was without lights and water. So they still working on that right now for most people.
Wait, Mississippi had no water, no internet.
Yeah, no lights, no water in the central area as far as Jackson. Now, where my location was, we just, we had lights and water. We just didn't have internet. So we didn't have a way to watch TV or communicate other than our cell phones.
I would have died. I definitely would have died. There would have been no way for me to survive that week.
Yeah.
Oh, man. My kids were struggling.
Yeah.
But you know what? Although that did happen, and I believe everything happens for a reason. And you said you play board games and spent a lot of that quality time, right? We all know when it comes to the internet and personal devices, we tend to lose connections with the people that are around us. Mm-hmm. So it in a way, it forced everyone to be together, just like COVID. COVID forced everybody to be together. We couldn't go outside. We was on lockdown. You couldn't do this. You couldn't do that. It taught a lot of people a lot of things to the people that they've been around for a long time.
Right.
So I think that it's a blessing in disguise, and I think all that happened because Trump did what he did and hell froze over, so it just started snowing in places that it would never snow. That's my outlook on things. It's all Trump's fault.
Well, we could just blame it on him because I promise you, when it snows here, it never sticks, and this was the first time that it ever just stayed.
Yeah.
So, Miss Cookie, right? I want you to tell the people who you are and what you do.
All right. Well, I know it's been 3 years since me and you chopped it up. So
Yes.
this is new for me. The live radio is new for me. Whew, so I'm probably gonna be like a little iffy here, but I have Destiny's Fashion right now, and I'm also launching two new brands, which is the Juicy Gloss and the Gladys Glam. So I'm doing both of those right now. I also am being featured in a book by one of my friends named Candace Sherrill, and it's called Bounce Back Like a Boss. And I'm also waiting on to get some feedback from a rap artist to be featured on one of his songs.
Mm. Oh, so, yeah. So the 3 year journey has, and we've been in contact for the last 3 years. The first time you appeared was on the Prophet Radio Show. This is the spot, which is definitely a different show, but it's still kind of the same thing. And one thing that I remember about you and I respect about you is that you had a journey, and the reason why you were doing the things that you were doing is because of what you went through in life.
Correct. And I'm
So
still doing it.
yeah, you still doing it, and I know that in 2020 probably was a pressing time for you, for your business and everything else you had going on, your kids and your relationship. So you want to enlighten us on how you was able to make it through those things?
Oh wow. Well, as you know, I went through a divorce. I was going through a divorce in the first part of 2020. I started, having problems within 2019 at the end of it. Um, I reconnected with one of my longtime friends. We never really lost contact, but we've been knowing each other for a little over 15 years. And he kind of stepped in and became that shoulder that I needed as a friend. And our friendship grew more. And now we are married now. So I'm on to another level. um,
It grew more
so
than a little bit.
Oh yes, I'm happier than I ever been before, and I'm very appreciative of my husband because he actually helped me get through the situation because I actually had stopped my business for a while because of a lot of things that was going on in 2020, and he kind of gave me the inspiration that I needed to come back into my business, come back into life, and he just gave me a glow about myself, and I was like, I ain't never glowed like this before. So I'm happy. And then he's super supportive of everything that I do. Like no matter what it is, if I bring it to him and I tell him what my vision is for it, what my goals is, anything he listens to it, he thinks on it, and then he gives me his input, and then we push forward with it.
Mm. Mm.
It's,
Yeah, that P Money says she got that glow now.
she got the glow,
I got that
the soul glow, like it's radiating from her inside.
Well, like I ain't never smiled this hard before. Like, so this
Yeah,
like,
they all do it to you. They all do it to
oh
you.
yeah,
And keep a smile on your face. Yes, ma'am.
oh yes, and I'm loving this smile, and he keeps it. I'll tell you that.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, well, shout out to him too.
And that's a wonderful thing. And especially because I know you were very passionate about Destiny's Fashion, and for you to stop it, and you found that individual to help you to keep pushing forward, because for one, being an entrepreneur is not easy at all, right? And then to stop it and have someone support you in that way, to say no, you need to get back to that thing that you started, you need to finish it, you need to continue going, is hard.
Yes, and I'm telling you, and I'll tell anybody, I said if you're with somebody and they're not supporting you and backing you like that's the issue because they should be supportive in any dream that you have, whether they think it's gonna fail or not. They should be able to push you to get to the level that you want to get to.
Yeah, and I definitely believe in that. And I was talking about that earlier today with one of my good friends, and he asked me a question and he was like, "Yo, if you could do it all over again, would you do it the same way?" And I said, I spent a lot of time in a situation that did not support what I was doing, where everything I wanted to do at a young age, it was, nah, you don't want to do that. If you do that, I'm not going to be around no more. And me being the type of individual that I am, I altered my path to solidify that situation, which when I look back on it, I gave up a lot and a lot of my end goals, which I'm still pursuing now. But it took me to get out that situation to really understand that that's what I needed to do. And ultimately, that's what it is. So if they're not supporting you, you need to get out. That's the end.
Exactly.
That's the end of
Run.
it. Just run. Just run. Trust and believe. It might hurt a little bit, but it'll hurt more if you stay in it. And the worst thing to do is to be in a situation and regret what has happened, because that will ultimately destroy a relationship anyway.
Yeah, because it's gonna drag you, and then eventually you're gonna lose yourself, and you're gonna lose faith. About anything that you want to do. He told you what they felt about it, so you do whatever you feel is pleasing to this person, and then you're gonna forget about yourself because you're so focused on making that relationship work. It's not gonna work like that, and like you said, it's gonna fail anyway.
Yeah, it might not fail tomorrow, but years and years down the road, that word that kills relationships is resentment, and resentment will definitely destroy. Whew, I resent you. Anybody ever say that out their mouth? Just know whatever coming next ain't gonna be good. It's definitely not gonna be. I resent you. Me, you resent me. Just kind of crazy. Like, but so let's talk about Destiny's Fashion in its whole, the reason why it was started, what you had chose to bring to your community, what you have done within your community with Destiny's Fashion.
Well, I do like before. I still give back to the community. I still do what I'm supposed to do. I still invest in the children. I still give them an opportunity to come work for me and get that background that they need to go on to another job. Some kids start out for them to get a job because they was like, oh, no, most jobs will tell you that you don't have experience, so I can't take you. So I would take them in. I would show them how to do the inventory, how to fill out the job application, how to count the money, and how to, make the pie things and such that nature. Um, and I also do my best to show them how to do the resumes. That's important. Your background is very important when it comes to work. Nowadays, my son is one of them. They see so much on TV and it make you feel like, okay, well, I don't need this diploma, I don't need this degree to prosper in life. But what happens, you go out there and you try to do something, but you don't have nothing to fall back on. So that's one thing I always tell them: stay in school, stay educated, get what you need to do, and don't just learn what they're teaching you in school. Find time to learn what they're not teaching you, because the website, like the internet, much to what's going on in the world that you will never see on the news, that you will never see in the books, and you will never hear in your community. It's up to you to get out there and get the knowledge.
That is.
Yeah.
So I try my best to work with them on that.
And that's exactly right. And I think that there has to be a great sense of, and I know you don't do it for the rewards or anything like that. You do it straight from your heart, and being able to give back to those that are around you and elevate those that are around you, which makes you a true queen in every sense of the word. Because queens are nurturing. They don't just look out for themselves; they look out for those that are around them. And I know that for sure that Destiny's Fashion and any other thing you venture into will succeed due to the fact of where your mindset and your heart is.
Yeah, because everything that I do is reason. It's not to be selfish. It's not to gain anything. I hear people sometimes tell me you have this business, but you're driving this. And my thing is, I don't care about what I drive, long as it get me from point A to B, C, D, whatever.
I heard
I don't
that.
care about having a Porsche or whatever kind of car it is. As long as my car is in good condition, I'm not running into the ground, I'm getting my oil check and all that stuff done. As long as I'm taking care of my home and the people
Long as that air
in my
working.
community.
As long as it's
That's
running.
important to me. That's all this.
Yeah,
As long as that air is working, that's all.
As long as it's running, that's all that matters to me.
yeah,
That air working.
yeah, and we, a lot of times
Yeah,
with
gotta have that.
yeah, and where we fail a lot of times as people is, you know, when we say we're entrepreneurs, we run a business, we're doing this, we're making money, we tend to want people expect us to have a certain appearance or have certain things or hold us to a certain standard. And they used to call, I don't know what they call it now, keeping up with the Joneses. It could be keeping up with the Kardashians now or something else. I don't know what it is, but the Joneses was always broke because they was always trying to keep up with the Joneses, and the Joneses couldn't keep up with the Joneses. And we spend so much time trying to appease the people that are around us when the people that are around us don't even got a stake in what we're doing. And it's just
Right.
crazy to me.
Because and
They're worrying about your car, but do they buy stuff from your store? Like,
yeah, you know what? And that's what I was gonna say. They don't invest in nothing. It's people that knew what I was doing when I started my business. They was, they were the main ones. Okay, I'm gonna be a part of that. I'm gonna do this. I have not seen them make not one post about my business, and I'm talking about friends wise. You know, like what are you here for? Because if I'm supporting you, why you can't never support me? Um,
Yeah.
it's just crazy how it is, and I feel like when it comes to our people, we want but not so much. We don't want you to do more than us, or we don't want you to get too far ahead that we can't keep up with you too. And that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because how
It's
you
hard
not
to
know
find
that me
this
succeeding is not going to help. I'm going to bring you with me. I might be bringing you with me, but you refusing to support me because you don't want me to get nowhere. But I'm still going to get somewhere with or without your support because I have that much ambition. So I'm going to get where I'm going to get. But don't try to support me when it's popular for you to support me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fear thing too. Some people are scared to see, y'all both started from the same place, but yet and still you did things and you made decisions that put you in a place that they're not in. And that they feel like they can't achieve because they can't believe that you did it. So they want to impress their failure on you. They want to say, well, how are you going to do that? You can't do that. You looking at them like, no, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? Because my drive is different. My
Yeah.
grind is different. My mind is different. So it's a fear thing, and it's of course you got your haters. You got people that don't want to see you do well and don't want to see you do better because they feel like they're being left behind. But people hate you and they hate the things that you're doing because they basically they're scared to try themselves. So you just I feel like if you don't have haters though, you're not working hard enough. So you gotta have that.
Exactly.
so how many haters, Miss Cookie? How many haters do you think you got out there? Like on some real stuff, you can just throw a number out there because I know you could actually
Oh,
be like,
it's
what?
it's plenty. It's plenty
But
because I guarantee you they might not be telling me, but I know they're hating on it, and that's cool because the more you hate on me, next time you see me, guess what? I'm gonna have another business too. I'm gonna keep adding on to it until I get to where I want to be in life. And if you're not here to support me and come with me on this journey, you're just gonna be left behind, and it's cool with me. I don't care about having friends because sometimes in this business you will lose friends, And that will show you anyway where they already stood with you. You just didn't see it then, but you see it now. Some people want you to stay still and stay put. And that's one thing me and my husband talk about all the time. People don't want to see you grow. They'll throw any type of negativity at you that they can to keep you from, being in your purpose.
Yep.
And that's crazy that amongst, us blacks, we don't. You can sit here and look at another community like Chinese. They support each other in anything. White people support each other in anything, but when it comes to us, it's like instead of us saying, "Okay, look, let me pull you to the side and tell you what I think," before I sit here and make it public and embarrass you in front of people. There's some things you can just say to the side and be like, "Look, I feel this way about what you're trying to do, but if this really what you want to do, let me find some type of way to invest in you. And if I can't invest in you, then I will make every post that I can. I will do word of mouth to get you out there." I'm gonna tell you now, I can count on probably one hand how many people I know that has spoken on my business. Just one hand. And that's crazy. But without the other people that I know hundreds of people. Now, one of those that did it, I don't have. My husband's done it. My sister, like I say, Kenneth Sherrill, who's making the book called "Bounce Back Like a Boss." And I have Cannon, and that's it. And my mom, of course, my mom will speak on my business. So I mean, but that's just natural. And my dad actually he started coming around. He started seeing what I do, because eventually, well, let me see. I moved a couple months ago, so I have an office now. So he saw what I was doing, so he started doing word of mouth, so I could put him in there now. So I'm like I say, the growth. I'm happy about my growth, whether somebody is with me or not. I'm happy about that.
Miss Cookie, say what's the name of that book again? Say that name again.
Bounce back like a boss.
Bounce back like a boss. I love her accent.
Bounce back like a boss.
Bounce back like a boss.
That's right.
Bounce back like a boss. Bounce back like a boss. All right, we definitely. I got it. Somehow, some way. I'm gonna figure out how to get that accent. I don't know. I can't do it. And then you be like, I don't got no accent.
Hey, P Money, spend a week down there with no power. You come back with that accent.
For what? I'll be talking all types of down south, west coast, mid coast, whatever talk.
You come back now, you hear?
Yeah, you come back now, you're here. For real. Because you take away my internet, I am going to go crazy. I'm sorry. It's just that's what it is. But
my kids was losing their mind. I'm telling you, I was chilling. I got on my couch. I was popping in DVD after DVD after DVD. They was like, "I'm not gonna do that. I need internet. I need these. I said, "Well, baby, you lost. We just don't have it."
Yo, and no lie, I would be real jacked up right now because I had an extensive DVD collection. When I tell you hundreds and hundreds of movies that I had, I got rid of them due to the fact that we have internet now.
I was smart. I got that backup emergency pack in the crib too. You know what I mean? If anything should happen, a DVD, that stash. Yeah, I got. You gotta have that, man, in case of emergency.
Well, look, don't judge me, but I still have VCR. I still got VHS tapes. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm throwing it all the way back. I got all of it. So I'm like,
89 on his P.
She took us way back for real. She said VHS. I'm telling you, pop this. Yo, the kids don't even realize where they are today, especially with technology and everything else. Like that whole DVDs was probably much for them, right? When they had to hit the button and the tray came out, and they had to.
They was like, "Where the button at? What you supposed to do? How you do that?" I said, "The button is right there." They was sitting here trying to figure out the button. I'm just watching them. They doing this. I was like, "No, baby, right there. You see the eject button? That's the button to open the DVD player, baby. You just push that button and it's gonna pop out." And it was like, it was funny to me. And you know, because they was like, and then when it came to Monopoly, they used to doing it on their phone or whatever. So we have to relearn all type of stuff.
Yeah, kids don't even know how to roll dice because they hit the screen and the dice get rolled for them. Like kids don't know how to roll dice and drop them down. They don't know how to do that.
I tell you what,
Look, chess, checkers, dominoes.
Nothing. Yo, you know what? I think we need a couple of more blackouts or something going on. We need to teach these kids something that they could take with them because I remember that street lights. I remember fire hydrants. I remember playing skellies in the street, hopscotch, girls playing double dutch in the street. We don't have that no more.
Yeah, they don't go outside and play. They don't go outside and play because they got Fortnite.
It's Fortnite. Oh my goodness! And they think they building shit.
Fortnite.
they think they building shit. Yo, I can build a house. No, you can't. What are you talking about? You press 3 buttons and the shit just popped up. That's not building something. You don't even understand how it got put together. Can you do it with your own hands? No, but I know how to press X and O and triangle on the remote, and it builds it. And then I can pull out the gun and shoot somebody.
It's real different right now. It's real different right now. But you touched on that word earlier, P Money, entrepreneur. You know, that's a great thing to be, man. And it's one of the things that we really don't encourage our kids coming up that they can be, and that you know, they're not even aware that you know, that they can be a business owner. You know, so I think it's important that we get that message out there and we let them know from early that, you know, that's a very realistic goal that you can't have, you know, if you decide to go that route. You know, and for some people, it's better than, you know, trying to go to college or trying to go to a trade school or something like that and learn that way. You know, not everybody is cut out for the college life.
Right. And I agree with you. Most of the kids I get with, you know, they'll come and they'll help me. I have actually a young lady from JSU, Jackson State University. She is actually my brand ambassador. Me and her chopped it up and we talked about it. So she's my brand ambassador. I really appreciate her because she's always like constantly on it. And she's also branching her own, you know, business. So I'm supportive of her. I'm supportive of, well, it don't even have to be a female. I'm supportive of any young person, black or white, really, to get out there. But I'm very supportive of the black kids because they, like you said, it's not told to them that they can do these things. The only thing that's told to them is, hey, you better go to college or this and that. When you turn this age, you on your own. I told my son, look, stay here with me, you know, for the first 2 years. Save your money, you know. A lot of black parents don't do that. I told him, stay here 2 years, save your money. I said, you do not know what you can achieve in those 2 years while going to college or working, whatever you want to do. I said, every time you get some change, put it up. Don't even touch it, put it up. If you go to the store and they give you money back, take that, put it up. And you will see that slow. It won't grow as much as you thought it would grow, but if you put it into an account and you never touch it, it's gonna gain its interest, and you're gonna see what you want to do with it. Because I told him, I said, you can build your credit. I'm one of them parents like, you're gonna stay with me. I want you to have a better chance than what I had in the beginning.
That's right, as you should, as you should.
Yeah, and we there's so many factors, you know, especially in our community. 18, like 17 and a half. We already telling you, yo, you got to get that. I hope you're ready because you going. You got 6 months. You got 6 months. It's over. Like, I don't know what you're going to do, but you gone. You ain't staying here. And, you know, it's one of those things that happens so much in our communities. In the white community, it's a little different.
But we do have our success stories too. Don't you know?
No, we do. We
have some, but it's not me.
We got Jay-Z. We got Jay-Z doing merger, well, not mergers, doing partnerships with LVMH now. You know what I'm saying? They got 50% ownership in Ace of Spades, so that's, you know what I'm saying, that's a big deal.
But he's a billionaire We talk about niggas that make we
He's like,
talk about
he's a
people that make
billionaire.
15,000 a year,
He's
right?
a billionaire
15,
already.
20,000, and they talking about, yo, you gotta go. I can't claim you on my taxes no more. I don't get no credit for you. You gotta go,
Exactly.
right?
I ain't
So
gonna get nothing for you. Get up out of here.
right,
Yeah.
and it turns into that situation where we tend to look at our children as a tax write-off or some type of benefit, and when we're no longer able to claim those benefits, it's like, yo, you got to go. It's a wrap for you, and it's that poor mentality, which is sad, and we have to get out of it. I always said there's a difference between being poor and being broke. Broke is permanent because that's a mindset. I mean, poor is permanent because it's a mindset. Broke is temporary because you could always change that.
Exactly.
And they classify a lot of our communities as poor communities, so we fall into that poor mindset and we act according to what they tell us we're poor. We act according to the definition that we find in the Webster dictionary, and it's just what it is. We didn't write the definition in the dictionary, but they told us that's all we were, and we just go with it.
Right. But honey, I'm gonna tell you now, I personally won't know if I'm poor or rich because I'm still gonna do the same thing that I've been doing these past 5.5 years. I'm still doing the same thing. I still shop at Walmart. I still will put on me a $2 shirt from Walmart and keep it moving. I do not care. Like the money ain't gonna make me. I'm trying to build something that's gonna last forever. That can care for my children, to their children, to their children, to their children. And so you will never know if I have $10 or $1,000 or 10,000 because I'm still gonna move the same way.
And that's the other thing. That's the other thing that we don't teach the kids coming up, man. That generational wealth. That's what she's talking about. So we really got to start drilling that into the younger ones' heads, man, because that's a real thing that goes on. The Jewish people do it. The Chinese do it. You know what I'm saying? The Asians do it. They all making sure that the next generation is, you know what I'm saying, on point. And they're thinking about the generation that comes after them and the generation that comes after them. And, you know what I mean? And so forth and so on. It's a plan. It's like it's inbred. You feel me?
Yeah,
and see, they doing it together. That's the thing. They do it together. Like they'll start with one little business, and then about 20, 30 of them working that one little business in that one little spot. You'll see them all sweating, moving around in the kitchen. Next thing you know, they don't open up another spot about 10, 20 miles away. Then they don't open up another one to the point where they everywhere. And but with us, it's like, now I'm gonna do for me. And when I get through doing me, then that's it. But you don't want to invest in your friend that been speaking to you probably since childhood about what they want to do, and you ain't gonna even come back to that friend and say, "Hey, I remember you speaking this to me. I got this amount of money now that I can help you to do what you need to do. How much do you need?"
Yeah.
I mean, we just don't we don't have that much here, especially not in Mississippi now.
Yeah, like what I have identified with over the years, and I always take it back to, the times that we were enslaved, right? We were taught not to trust the people that look like us.
Man, P Money, you hit the nail on the head, P Money. I was gonna say the same thing. That's
Yeah, like
African mind was poisoned by Western civilization, brother.
yeah, like it's for real. Like you had, as they call it, for a lack of better words or terms or whatever, you had the field nigga, you had the house nigga. The house nigga was snitching on the field nigga. Then and yo, I'm gonna look out for me because I'm gonna get this better food. I'm not going to eat the collard greens and the chitlins. I'm gonna get some chicken and some fish. If I'm the house nigga snitching on my people, so I'm gonna look out for me. And I'm always not going to support my people because I'll get treated better if I show I'm not with them. And that crabs in the barrel mentality, not wanting people around you to be better than you, but not understanding that we can work together and get further if we did. And the times that we have in the United States of America, the United States of America has actually attacked us in many ways. May it be changing laws or may it be blowing shit up. Tulsa, Oklahoma, that is one of the big things that never people really don't talk about. Right?
The mind state of the African used to be unity. You feel what I'm saying? That's what the motherland mentality was. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs and fables and all that stuff came from Africa. You can hold one branch in your hand and snap it, one twig in your hand and snap it easy, but if you hold a gang of twigs in your hand, it's harder to break. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that came from us, B. You know, that was what we originally that was what we were born with. We got taught, like you said, we got taught to be selfish. We got taught to not think about each other. We got taught not to worry about our fellow man because we, too busy trying to keep up with the Joneses, as you said. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's just disheartening. And I just know that working with many individuals, right? Everybody always wants to be the boss. And especially in all communities, nobody really knows how to play their position, right? You can't, yo, if you're not a boss, you're not a boss. It's okay. You could be the worker, but we could work together. But we are so used to getting in and taking what we need to because we were taught that. Obviously, we were taught that take what you need and run with it, right? The white communities and all those other communities, they steal our ideas, they take credit for it. So they teach us to do the same from one another. We're sitting there and we're like, yo, I'm gonna work with you, but I'm gonna see what you know because I really don't know what you know. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna gain that knowledge, and instead of us growing together, I'm gonna go start my own thing.
And be a boss.
Right.
Be a boss. Everybody want to be a boss, but you can't be a boss unless you're prepared to. You can't be a boss unless you're prepared to take that loss. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
that's the mentality that you got to go in with, and a lot of people ain't prepared to do that.
And you gotta be prepared for the load to come with it too, because being an entrepreneur is more than what people think. They think it's you got it made because you your own boss, you can do what you want to do. It's more to it than that. You're 9 times out of 10, you're doing everything on your own unless you bring somebody else in and show them how to do the work. But at the same time, both of us still gonna be on your shoulder because this is your business that you're trying to grow.
That's right.
And that's another thing too is we don't, as Black people, we don't want to learn from each other. We more like to criticize and judge each other.
Yep.
Yes. And like Master P said, right, even in the music industry, right, there are people that would love to be entrepreneurs. They'll sit there and be independent. They'll do the work. But there are people in the music industry that say, yo, no, you know what? I want to sign to a label. Just cut me a check. I want to be a worker for the rest of my life and get robbed. And they'll do it. So we need to incorporate that. If we could identify that in the music industry, we need to identify that in our day-to-day lives. And I want people to know that are listening that, yo, it's okay not to be an entrepreneur. It's okay not to be a boss. But you know what? Don't get mad when I hire you to do some work. Don't be mad. Because I need you to do that work. Otherwise, I'm going to fire you. I'm just saying. But it's okay.
Yeah, so, it is. I mean, because it ain't for everybody. Some people it'll either break you down or it'll bring you up. It's up to you which way it's gonna go. Because you're gonna drop the ball here and there, but it's what you do after you drop the ball.
Right, and that's important. That's important to realize. Also, people want to like you said, they want to be around for the good times, but they don't want to be around for those lows, and those rainy days are going to come. So it's a mental thing as well as a monetary thing and a physical thing, whatever it is that your business is. Your mind got to be ready for all of that. You have to mentally prepare yourself for everything, anything and everything. Everything that can go wrong might go wrong. So you got to wrap your head around that.
Right. And I know, like, when it comes to me and my business, I have, and it's I have a journal. Like, I keep up with, like, what I want for myself, what I want for my family, and what I want for my business. There's 3 different things. But either way it go, I'm still the backbone of those things. So I have to know how to keep my business life separate from my personal life. And that's another thing in our community. We don't know how to do that. Like, we'll be working with a friend and say we mad at this friend about something personal. We bring it into our business, and the next thing you know, one friend is ready to separate. Now, y'all need to find a better way to communicate because you never let your personal business come, into your business because that's your money.
That's right.
Y'all need to be able to make money together.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want nothing messing with the bag. That's for sure. Definitely.
Right.
You're right, because like I said, I support all my female friends. I support my male friends. They got their own business. Like I say, you have more support from people that you ain't never met before versus the people that you know for forever.
Life. That's a big fact. Sometimes strangers will support you more than your family and your friends will, depending on what it is. And it all goes back to that thing we were talking about earlier. Sometimes you got haters and sometimes you got people that are scared that you're gonna, I guess, pass them or leave them or whatever. It's not like you're gonna get into a fucking spaceship and leave planet Earth and leave their ass on Earth and you're gonna go someplace else. You know what I mean? You're still gonna be here. You're just gonna be in a different place. That's all. And if you want it and your drive is such that you can go get it, then you go get it too. I think we have this tendency to believe that we can't do it because until we see somebody else do it first. You know what I mean? But we got to get into this mentality of we can do it if we put our minds to it because you can. You can do whatever you put your mind to.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how many other businesses that's out there because this like you got Walmart, you got Kroger's, you got Target. Yeah. But the thing about all those businesses, what they have in common is they didn't care about the other business. They just wanted to get their business out there. And it's gonna tell you, you want to do nails. Well, we already got that. Well, you know how many nail techs there is out there? Yeah. You got people that sell, weaves and weave or whatever. I mean, you might like say this, you might have something that the other person might not have. Right. Or you might have a better way of communicating than the other person and to draw them in to buy from you. I mean, everything is not going to be the same just because it's in the same line. That doesn't mean that. And some people will keep you away from things and just throw, like I say, it's the negativity. Yeah. You can't do that because it's already an online boutique. You can't sell jewelry because such and such already sell jewelry. Well, what her jewelry business got to do with mine? Right. Well, her makeup got to do with mine.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And, obviously, right, within the comments, and you'll see we got Destiny's Fashion. We got the link. So this way, there's the Facebook link. There is the Shopify link. And I want to get into this one particular product that you have. Right?
Oh my God.
I want to get into this one particular product, right?
Pink rose.
It's the pink rose, right? It is the pink rose, right? So we're talking about the pink rose. You can find it, right? Destiny's Fashion, right? We're gonna repost the link just in case you need it.
That pink rose, that's what keep that glow on your face. That pink
the glow is going. The glow is right. So I'm a little intrigued. I have an idea what it is. I really don't know what it is. But
you know what it is, P-Money. You know what it is.
Yeah, he know what it is.
Hey, who, me? I don't know what y'all talking about. I go to church every Sunday and I don't have sex.
I
don't. Okay. I don't know what y'all talking about. But I want to know what this is because it looks like it reminds me of something from what was that? What was that movie? Was it Little Shop of Horrors? Feed me Seymour, feed me all night long. That's what it reminds me of. So I don't know. So on Destiny's Fashion, right? As we can see, besides
I'll tell you one thing, it ain't no jewelry, P-Money.
It's definitely not no jewelry. But right, we got new arrivals. We got jewelry. I can't even see that. Wow. I can't even see the rest of it, but there's a whole list of things that are on the screen, right? We got on sale items, we got other accessories, we got kid jewelry, we got all these things that you will find on Destiny's Fashion, all right? Obviously, of course, I'm just gonna let it out. This is a a personable, pleasurable item that you can purchase, right?
There you go.
The little waves outside of that thing that looks like a triangle to simulate vibrations.
And you see it got the little charger. When you put it on the charger, it looks like a little pink rose.
It looks like a little pink rose, right? See, look at that. It's so cute. It's so amazing, right? That's something you could put on the nightstand, and somebody that don't know would be like, "Oh, that's so cute." Like,
makes a wonderful birthday gift.
And you gotta think about it though. Like, look, and you look the red, like it's popular. Like, the red rose is popular too. But the red rose is more popular than the pink one. And I'm gonna say this: you try it at your own risk. Do not call me if you had a few seizures or whatnot. They got between you and your man or whatever you got going on by yourself.
So P, you gotta find the red rose. P, you that's the new hotness. You want the old one. You want the old hotness.
I'm telling you.
The red rose is what's happening.
Now, this is a product that I want to say that I haven't. But right, it has a USB magnetic charger. Everybody got one of those bricks.
You can charge it on your computer. You can charge it in the car. You can charge it from your phone. You're gonna make sure you got some juice.
I'm telling you.
Okay. And then you might want to take you a little trip to the bathroom, whatever. I don't know what everybody be into or whatever, but let me tell you, it's powerful. That's all I'm gonna say. So, like I said, you try it at your own risk. I ain't got nothing.
And it has 10 functions. 10, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 10.
Yes, and the red one got 7.
Like anybody seen Paulette? Man, Paulette has been back and forth to the parking lot about 7 times today.
It's just one of those things, man.
She was asking me for a phone charger earlier.
Yeah, look at this. Like, but we got a lot of stuff going on here right now, right? We got the pink rose.
I'm curious now. I want to see what this red rose look like. This thing must be.
Hey, y'all put the red rose up on. Let me see that. Let me see the red.
Where would I find it? Where would I find it? Would it be on the?
You're gonna scroll back down, and you're gonna go to adults. So there it is.
Adults only. All right. So we got a whole adult section. Oh, I already know what that do.
I thought you was a church.
I am. But right, this is what we can do, right?
Rolled out, P Money. I see water droplets all over this. This is a serious.
That means it's waterproof. That means you can use it in the shower.
Man, this is serious. This is serious right here, brother. This is
no. That is waterproof. That is not water on it. Those are not droplets from water.
Seven vibrating settings, brother. 7.
Those are not droplets from water. That right there. Now I can tell you, I ain't even read the description. I'm a church-going guy, and I'm definitely an individual that just understands the function. Right? We had the tongue action on the pink rose.
Right? That's that glow all over the rose.
Right? So the pink rose had the tongue action, right? That's why I was doing this. See that right there? See that hole right there? It's made to put one thing in it. And this toy, I will tell you, probably uses that air suction vibration technology found in similar products such as the Satisfier, but we're not even going to get into all that. But this right here will change your life.
You sure will, ladies. Go on and get you one.
Right? And you know what? Unfortunately, right, it is sold out at the moment.
Keep checking.
I can't keep them in. I'm gonna be honest. I can't keep them in. As soon as I get them in, they're already out. So if you want it, you gotta inbox me and let me know you want it. If not, you're just gonna be one of the ones that's left out until they come back in stock again. Big rose don't stay in stock either. So the red rose is my top seller, though. It is the top seller. I'm also
you see that, P-Money?
So see, I had to put.
It is not a fucking game. So you see,
I did not know nothing about this product, but I can tell you by the way that it looks.
That's what that hole was for, man. You was right.
I'm telling you, right?
It's 7.
Oh my goodness! This is what you ladies need. Pre-corona, post-corona, just to the end of your days, this is the product that you need. Make sure that you get Destiny's Fashion.
This is artillery right here, brother. This is artillery. They go on the street. We go on the pandemic right here. You see
I'm telling you, they are trying to remove us, but it's okay.
Look, now, a woman gonna always need a man now, but look, ain't nothing wrong wearing a little bit extra in there from time to time.
Yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
She need a man to give her. She need a man to give her a charger for her damn red rose.
and I would say, this is what Destiny Fashion is. Now I can see everything, right? So we have, stuff that's on sale. We have other accessories. We have kid jewelries. We have the Princess Collection. We have Juicy Gloss. We have home supplies. We have adults only, right? Which we're definitely gonna look more into that. But we got a lot of things going on. We got scarves. Like, stuff is just going on here, right? So this is what you see. This is what you will get. We will definitely make sure. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to.
The Rose game is official.
Right. I'm going to make sure that we post this link so that other individuals can find it and see it. This is what is necessary. Right. This is how we support. This is how we move forward. Right. Because you have scarves, you have jewelry, you have many different things, and you provide a lot of products for individuals. Right? This something for everybody. Something for everybody.
You can't go wrong. Like I say, like you said, it's something for everybody. It's no way you can go wrong with anything. We do our best to keep the prices very low. So we don't do like, you always see the TV, the marketing and all this stuff. We don't do that. So that's how we're able to keep the prices as low as they are right now.
Right. When you look at the pricing, I think what section am I in? Looking at hair accessories, right? You got hair clips, right? $3. You got twisted headbands, $2. You have these accessories that are very affordable, right? Even in trying times, it's all about the accessories that make sense. Even as far as jewelry, we're looking at jewelry. We have different style earrings, right? These are prices. We have something for $1.50, right? $1.50. We have $3.50, $2.50, right? These are things that you can wear to accessorize, especially going to an interview and doing what you need to do to elevate yourself and get to that next level. That's why I can understand where Destiny's Fashion is and where it's going due to the fact of what your pricing is. You're not trying to break somebody's pockets, but you're there to give them the opportunity to present themselves in a way that society wants them to present themselves.
Yeah, because it's hard. You're not gonna always be able to, especially starting out, you're not gonna always be able to go out there and say, okay, well, I see something that I like. But I can't afford it. So what I do offer is, you may not be able to get, the 14, 18 karat gold, but guess what? I'm gonna give you the stainless steel, so I do offer those things, the cubic zirconia and things like that. So I keep it at like I say, very low price. As far as you seeing it, it's gonna always be on my Facebook, my Instagram, and again, like I said, word of mouth. That's how things, grow. I'm not out here to take your money, even though it will be nice. But I want, I believe everybody should look presentable. Like you said, look good, look presentable. Like I said, I wear my own products. I'm not gonna buy something that I'm not going to wear myself. So I am my brand. So if I'm gonna put my name out there, I need to, show you like, look, I this is me. I wear it every day. It's not saying that this is just a way for me to get into your pockets or whatever, but I actually do wear my brand every day. If you look at my pictures, you will see, and It'll tell you, like you'll see in my pictures. I actually do wear my brand. I'm wearing my brand right now. This is me. Um, these earrings are pretty old. As you see, there is no tarnish to them or anything. I even tell you how to keep the products looking as if it was when you bought it. These earrings are exactly 5.5 years old, and they still look brand new till this day. Because I'm not going to tell you nothing that I'm not going to do myself.
Look at
I
that,
teach the
people.
production and everything.
Look at that, people. Let that be a lesson to you. 5-year-old earrings looking spanking, looking spanking. So you know what I'm saying. The merchandise is good. Quality. This is quality merch we talking about. Just because the price is low don't mean the merch is cheap.
Right. And like again, on the web page, it would tell you, like if you go to um frequently asked questions, it'll tell you how to keep the jewelry looking nice, how to keep your products up, and anything you need to know, it'll tell you that. And it's real simple. You can get, and a lot of people don't know is they always say, oh, well, it's already doing this, it's already doing that. Well, for one, what are you doing to that product?
Right.
Because stainless steel, true zirconia, gold, silver, they all work the same. The only difference is one is real and one is not. But you
Right.
still have to keep it up the same. You still have to keep it polished. Just like real jewelry. You can't go jumping in the water all day and then not get out the water and then get the water off. Because
Yeah.
even real jewelry itself will start turning colors if you don't keep it up.
Yeah.
So it works the same way. You just gotta know what you're doing, what to put on it, how to keep it up. And that's it. You just gotta know how to keep the maintenance on it, just like you would do anything else.
And Miss Cookie, who how do you I imagine when you first started it, you had certain items that you want that you wanted to sell on the website for your business. How do you decide what products that you are gonna sell? Like, is it just stuff that you like, or is it like you get suggestions from people and you say, hey, I like that, hey, I don't. Like, how do you decide what products are gonna go on the on sale?
Well, with me, I really don't go by too much of other people because again, everybody is not the same and everybody's looking for a different product. Like you have people that are into chains. Like you saw earlier, the chain necklace is very thick. So some people like those thick chains. Some like light jewelry. Some like hoop earrings. Some like dangle. So me, I get out there, I look, and what I do is I buy a sample product for myself. So this is me testing out my own product. So once I get it, if I wear it and I get out in public, I see the attention that it's getting. Like, oh, okay, I love your earrings. Where can I get this? And immediately then that becomes a customer.
All
And
right.
people don't understand that when you're wearing your product and somebody asking you about it, that's your
Mhm.
customer right there.
There you go. There you go.
So you need to find a way to bring that customer in. I always keep my business cards on me. Look, I'm
Mhm.
I'm just chilling right now. I got in my car. I keep business cards. That's a must for any entrepreneur. I don't care how big you think you is or you don't think it. You always want to get another customer because
Y'all soaking this game up. Y'all soaking this game up, people. Go ahead, keep going, Miss Cookie.
yeah, like you want to keep your business cards. And when a customer buy from you, they're showing if they telling you, okay, I love this product, whatever. I always give postcards out with my orders. So when you get an order from me, I started doing that a year ago. So now when you get an order from me, you have a little postcard up in there and it'll say, thank you so much for shopping my small business. To show you how much I appreciate you, here is 20% off this order for the next time or 30% off the next time because I appreciate you because that's going to keep your customers coming back to the appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to go where they're not appreciated.
Right.
So anything that you do for as postcards, business cards, giving a shout out to a customer for giving you a shout out,
Mm-hmm.
that's a giving. Like that's a must. You have to do that.
Yeah. What about other people like other businesses and stuff like that? Do you like do any kind of dealings with other people that have similar businesses so that y'all can like kind of
Actually,
inspire?
I do. I do buy from other businesses. That my thing with that is I don't care what you're selling. I'm finna invest in you. That's who I am. So I do buy from other businesses. I've seen people that sell similar jewelry to mine, but if it got a little bit more going on, guess what? I'm finna get it. And a lot of people do those live feeds where you can do the little raffle thing or whatever. I participate in all those. I don't have an issue with that because I whether I get there or not, if you get there before me, that's fine. I'm all about taking my time anyway. As long as I get to where I'm going, that's all that matters to me. I'm going to continue to buy from anybody that has a small business, period. It doesn't matter who you are, what color you are. I'm finna invest in it because I see that you're trying. And a lot of people are not going to invest in you, like I say, because they don't want you to go nowhere. And I had one friend of mine, I met her through another friend. She started a jewelry business. She started selling paparazzi. Um, and I love her to death. She's a sweetheart. Um, so I did buy from her. She's starting something new now, and I will buy from her with that. Um, she would do things and she would ask me questions like, I had this many people on my live, and then all of a sudden I don't have but two. And I told her, I said, you never stop the live, you keep it moving. Because other people will join in whether they stay or not. I said, it's the dedication. Keep going, because they're watching regardless. They see what you're doing. So you just keep going. You continue to do what you're supposed to do. And that's see and do, because like I told him, I didn't just pop off just as soon as I started it. It didn't work like that. I had my ups and downs just like any other business. So I support them all. I don't care who it is. And while we're talking about that, I want my T-shirt.
Oh,
look at him! Look!
I know. I knew you was going to say something about that. I got a T-shirt for you. I got a hat for you. You got to resend me the address so I can send it out. But I have the stuff here. Just haven't sent it out. It's just
and I appreciate him too. Like he has gotten things from me. And I have shouted him out. He shouted me out.
It's cooking. You're breaking up your Wi-Fi signal.
I remember.
It's a matrix.
She right. See, this is what happens when you start promote. You can't promote the spot. You can't. You can't say that about it. Right? She got the ring of death going on right now.
Well, that's all good. We got it right. We got the link right there below. Destiny's Fashion, myshopify.com. Y'all make sure you tell a friend to log on and lock in and check out the merch and purchase something. Yes,
she's back.
I guess we lost communication somewhere.
It's the Wi-Fi connection. Just because we're getting to the end of the show, the algorithm is telling us to wrap it up. That's all.
Yeah, they're like, yo, you know what? Y'all talking too much positive stuff. Yeah, shut up.
We got I was just telling P Money, we got your link right there below, so all of the people with us watching can see it, and they can go check out the website, check out the merch, and there she goes.
Yeah, we lost it completely this time, but I will say her saying that she's supportive and everything else. She was one of the first guests I had when I started this journey as just the Profit Radio Show. Like this was over 3 years ago. She was one of my first guests, and she's been supportive and has been there throughout all of it, and always looked out, shared links, and did all that. So she's true to what she says.
It's dope to see something come full circle like that too. You know what I'm saying? You excel with the business and the platform, and her business has grown as well. So it's got to be a good look and feel good for both of y'all to look at each other now and see the growth. You know what I'm saying? That's got to be gangster.
Yeah, she's connecting because I wanted. There you go. You back. Right.
Miss Cookie, your Wi-Fi connection got a little shaky, but we only got like a minute left, and I was just saying that all of the people down there can see a link for your website. You know what I'm saying? So we encourage them to go and check you out and purchase something. But is there any like social media or anything that you want to give out to the people before we go?
Yes, I do have Facebook. I think he put the link up there for the Facebook page. It is Destiny's Fashion, DESTINEE Fashion, and it's the same for Instagram as well. All thing I do is just put the name in there; it'll automatically pop up.
There
Yes.
it is.
Make sure you support it. Show the love. Make sure that you go there and you look. You spend your money. It's okay to spend your money with people that look like you.
And give us the name. Give us the name of that book again.
Bounce back like a boss.
Bounce back like a
Bounce
boss.
back like a boss.
Hey.
Bounce back like a boss.
Hey.
Right. That's what
we appreciate all the jewels that you dropped on here, Miss Cookie, for all of the people listening. I know they appreciate it too. I hope y'all was taking notes. I hope y'all was paying close attention and listening to all of the things Miss Cookie was telling you, because if you want to be an entrepreneur, man, you got to get your head screwed on right. That's what it's all about.
Exactly. And don't worry about who coming with you and who, and who going, because I mean, it happens with businesses. I mean, you get to see who's there for you and who not. You can't be worried about them. You got to keep pushing. If you're dedicated and you want it, go get it. Don't be focused on nobody else, what they're going to put in it. Just keep moving forward. As long as you invest in yourself, that's the most important thing. Investing in yourself first. Once you invest in yourself and people see, how you're dedicated to it, then eventually somebody will come along and invest in you as well. So it doesn't matter about the other people or your friends or your family. I mean, it's gonna happen if you're dedicated and you want it bad enough.
And that's
Thank you, Miss Cookie.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it was good having you. And I'll make sure we'll chop it up so I get you that stuff that I need to get you. And I know it's been a while, but you know what? The good things are worth waiting for. That's all I'm gonna say. That's it. I don't got nothing else to say. Yeah.
Look, I'm with you on that. It's worth waiting for. Trust me, I know.
Yes. So have a good night. Yeah. So you already know.
Giving away a lot of game this week, a lot of jewels being dropped. Y'all better pick up what we putting down. This Cookie trying to give y'all the game.
Yeah, and we got everything going on. Make sure that we got Destiny's Fashion. The link is where the camera at? All right. The link is right down below, right? Make sure that you solicit that. Make sure you do what you need to do. Make sure you show love, man. We got to start supporting our own people. We'll sit there and we'll spend money in a place where they don't even recognize that we spent money. And then when we wear it and we get caught doing something stupid, they're like, yo, we ain't with that. It wasn't made for them to wear or whatever it is like that. Timberland did it. Tommy Hilfiger did it. There's so many other brands out there that was like, nah, I don't make clothes for niggas. And that's what they tell us on some real stuff. So we need to start soliciting those brands that really support us, that are there for us, and solicit Destiny's Fashion. The link is down below. Follow it. Do what you need to do. Wonderful person, kind-hearted person. She gives back to the community, and that's who we need to sit there and we need to talk about. We need to follow. We need to support. So you already know
about that bag,
right? So you already know it's your boy Prophet Pete. You can follow me. That's PROFIT_radio_NY. I'm on my New York shit for real. Make sure you follow the station. Hey, yo, my G, tell them how to follow you.
You know you can find your boy on the gram. That's DJ Shawn, recognized DJ SHAWNRECOGNIZE. You can also follow me on Twitter. You leave your comments, your concerns, your questions. That's DJ Shawn, DJ SHAWNREC. Remember, only my friends call me Rex. You better recognize.
Gang, he gave you the finger. Gang, gang, gang. And we out, y'all. Until next week. Yo, and let it be known, it's Pisces season. Your boy about to have a birthday. I'm about to turn it all the way up. So tell your baby mama to watch out, because I'm coming for her, literally. We out, y'all.